This time on Custom Works, the 60s truck finally gets on the ramp. Let's get to the ramp. Okay, so this time on Custom Works, finally we're going to get the 60s truck outside, get it on the ramp. We seem to have a good day for the weather. And we're going to get it up there, and there's a lot of things we've got to sort out. You know, it's a very technical car. There's a lot of stuff underneath we've got to sort out. And of course, we get to test those super strength and running boards to see if we can actually lift the whole truck on them. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to get it sorted out. This thing is heading ever slowly towards the road. Oh yes. This truck hasn't moved for months because it's been in here being bodyworked. We're going to put it on the ramp now. Hopefully it's going to start and go on the ramp, and also we get to properly try out our running boards that we can jack up off. We can lift this whole truck off the bottom of the running boards, we think. So let's see if it's going to start. It's really weird because now we've took the dash out. There's no light to show me when the glow plugs are finished. Look, there is nothing in here. We've had to sort of put a steering wheel in today just so we can move it. But one good thing about a taxi, they always start. Wow, what an absolute mission getting that on the ramp. It really is quite a large vehicle and we've not got the most of space. But tell you what, the power steering on this is like the greatest on any taxi ever. We put that new steering box in a few weeks back and we sort of just bled it up. I've never really drove it, but just then that was like one finger steering on this, that's pretty cool. Certainly drives better than if it was an original American truck. So now it's in position. All we've got to do, get the legs under our super strong running boards. We're going to hold the whole weight of this entire thing and that motorbike and all this fiberglass and bando. Yeah, anyway, it's going to be fine, absolutely fine. Whoop, up in the air, then we'll stand under it all day.
You're looking good, shout it good, show enough good enough for me. You're looking good, shout it good, show enough good enough for me. You're looking good, shout it good, show enough good enough for me. You're looking good, shout it good, show enough good enough for me. You're looking good, shout it good, show enough good enough for me. You're looking good, shout it good, show enough good enough for me. You're looking good, shout it good, show enough good enough for me. You're looking good, shout it good, show enough good enough for me.
We did have to jack it up a little bit to get it on the ramp because even at full lift it's a little bit low to get on our ramp. But it is on now, so arise! It's my powers making that happen. It's my powers. It's not the ramp, it's my powers. then, so underneath the 60s truck, let's take a look. It's like the side of customs you never see. So this is what opens and closes. So here's a pivot, which is the stub axle from like a Corsa or something. There's the actuator, which is a medical grade actuator out of a bed. And then we've got this, which is just crazy sculpture. You can see all the layers of filler and everything. And what we need to do, this heavy steel framework, what we'll do is we're going to plate to that and cover all of this so the car can like drag its ass in the road. But this is going to be a very complicated piece of metal. So I'm going to start clearing this up, get some of this old styrofoam and stuff out of the way, and then make that big plate that's going to fit over all of this. Blind already. Just don't work. The rear door, Continental kit, thing that holds a motorbike in, all that stuff has to be able to drag in the road. So I've made this template out of like 5mm ply, and this is basically what we need. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this on some steel and then cut it out with a plasma car, and hopefully it'll be all right. I've made it in ply first because it really is. Oh, like, look at this shape. Like, who would ever guess that this is the shape that we need? It's just like, it's just crazy. But yeah, let's get this cut out of steel and then see if we can start to fit that on there and make this a hell of a lot stronger. Right, and so before we put this plate on, I'm just going to go under here with some foam. I just want to make sure that this is foamed up to this really, really well, and it's not going to go anywhere. Even though it's going to be welded after, I just want to make sure. Also, something I'll do before I weld that on, there's a lot of steel under here. And as we know, the backside of steel is the death of cars. So all this bit that won't be painted or finished before, I'll blow in here with some stone guard and just cover all that in black so it just doesn't rust inside. So don't forget, even if you paint the outside, the inside's still bare metal and it will rust through. So, bit of foam in here. I think I'll probably jack this up because I know that has to go up a little bit. I'll put the foam in and then go back to cutting the steel in readiness for this to go on there. Now hopefully that'll hold in there through dinner time. This stuff, this really is Insta-Stick, is the stuff you want. It dries in about 20 minutes. You still got to wait like till the next day to sculpt it, but dries in 20 minutes, fills gaps, great stuff. Okay then, so I've got the piece of steel cut, but just before, like I say, I'm just going to go over all of this metalwork in the back. Even this part's actually metal as well, all steel. And as we know, if you don't paint the back of steel, the steel won't be there for much longer. So I'm going to blaze over it in stone chip, then hopefully we can lift that huge piece of metal up and fix it on there. Right, so here on the floor, this is it. This is that plate that's going to go under the Continental kit, the rear door, whatever, the mud flap, whatever you want to call it. That's going to fit underneath, and that's going to drag in the road if ever there's some dragging in the road to be done. I ain't coming off speed bumps and stuff, always clips it. But this is going to keep it really strong, like really strong. And it should last for a long, long time. But like I say, first we've got to do that painting, then we can move this into position. And if you'll notice, I've made it out of 4 pieces because this is 6mm plate. 6mm plate's very expensive, and we had the stuff for the front that we put on a few weeks ago, and this was the offcut. But by doing this, I managed to jig around what we had to make it work. So reuse, something else, and recycle.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling.
Okay, now I've ground that, quick bit of etch primer, and then I'm going to go over that in the same stuff because, like I say, metal just rots away from the back. So we'll get that all nicely done because when it's finished, obviously that will all be painted black, nice and neat under the car. So let's take it into the tent area with better ventilation and paint it. Okay, so now, stone chip time. Right, so it started to rain out there. We've got to get the truck in, but first, check this out. So then, after I painted that massive piece of steel, obviously I wasn't just painting it for a laugh. It has a purpose and a place. So what we're going to do is fit it under this door, under here, and it is fitted. And what I've done at the moment, I used Insta-Stick, you know, like expanding foam glue, put it over it and then drop the car on it. So that piece of steel is now bonded to the bottom of there. But that's how it's going to be stuck. What I thought is, I thought I'll bond it on the floor, and next time it's up on the ramp, I'll be able to get under the truck and weld it, seam weld it all up really nice. But as I was cutting that piece of steel, it's really, really thick and heavy. So, you know, I was thinking, there's no way me and Lee are going to be able to hold it and weld it and get it all sorted out. So gluing it on first is really, you know, it's giving us like that, a third hand, if you will. Okay then, that is about all we have time for. Join us next week. We're going to find out, will that massive fiberglass doghouse fit in the very tight cab of the truck? I doubt it, but we will find out next week. That and other custom related brilliance. Anyway, this has been Custom Works. Click, subscribe, thumbs up, bell end icon, share the video to as many people as possible. Make them suffer as well. Anyway, that is it. I've said all I'm going to say, and now it's just time to say thank you very much and good night.